are you all doing? So grateful that you guys are here tonight with me. I'm so excited to have you guys. This is going to be so much fun. So, my name is Sherry Collins, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm here to share with you something that is super cool and something that is super amazing that's coming forward. And what that is called Ascending Consciousness. So, in this journey that we have taken, there's been so many things that have unfolded and that have transpired. And through this journey, we're always questioning things and we're looking for things. So I wanna start by sharing with you guys just a little piece of this journey that you may not have even have noticed yet. And in this journey, part of it is that we leave ourselves breadcrumbs to wake ourselves up. This was actually one of my YouTube videos. And what that means is while we're on this spiritual journey, it's almost like we've programmed this life before we even got here to show us little things. So tell me one thing. What is your favorite quote? If you have a quote and you know it off by heart, put it in the chat. I want to know what that quote is. I'll just give you a second. Here's one that I actually like. Be you because everybody else is taken. Okay? So if you are being yourself, then that way nobody else can be you and you can't be anybody else. You have to be yourself. But what happens on this journey of ascension is that we become so many other things. We'll take on a mannerism from our mom and dad. We'll behave like our brother and sister. We'll roughhouse because that's what's told to us. We will read certain books because that's what's asked of us. We will also, fall in love with certain genres, whether it's jazz music, whether it's pop music, whether it's even we can go into movies, the Matrix movie, we can go into romance movies, we can go into animals even. These are things that you placed on your pathway of ascension for a reason. And it was to wake you up to the understanding of who you truly are. And a lot of us still are stuck on that. We don't know who we are and we're trying to figure it out still. Well, I'm here to tell you that I know that. I know the answer to it for you. Whatever rocks your boat. Love that. Yeah. Be true to you as those who mind don't matter. Those who matter don't mind. Yes. Yeah. I am that I am. Yes. Yes. The biggest thing is it's you. It doesn't matter what you want to label yourself. It's still you. At the end of the day, you are still Christ consciousness. You are God having an experience as who you are right now. And the easiest way to understand this ascension journey is to take the journey. And it starts with a little bit of push or an awakening to go that road. Now I'm going to ask you one question. And this question, if you understand Akashic and you understand how that works with parallel timelines and, multidimensional things happening all at once. Oh, thank you. If you understand that concept that everything is happening now and we can shift into anything we want to, let me ask you this one question. What would you change your identity into right now if you could change something about yourself? What's one thing you would change? Feeling crazy is just being right at the wrong time. What's one thing that you would change? Because if this journey is a road of uncovering who we truly are, what's one thing that if you would have known 10 years ago, the things that what would you change? Would you change your personality? Would you change your looks? I mean, we do it almost all the time, right? We change our hair color. We'll go from straight to curly. For men, maybe they'll do highlights or they'll buzz all their hair off. All of these things lead us into our identity. So what's one thing you would change about your identity? Denise says procrastination. That's super cool. So what else you guys got? Who else would change something about themselves? You would stop getting in your own way. Yes, yes, yes. And these things transpire because you think you need to. Your profession, absolutely. Part of this journey that you've set out to do for yourself is to try multiple roles, right? When we try multiple roles, we may go from baker to lawyer to police officer to justice of the peace. It could be anything. How many times have you changed your career in the course of your lifetime? Just count for yourself. How many times have you changed your career? Whether it's you work for yourself or you work for somebody else. How many times have you changed that? Just give me the number in the comments. I'm glad to see all you guys here. Thank you so much for joining me. many careers have you had? I've had quite a few. This is my 5th and 6th business that I've owned, of my own. But I've had multiple different jobs. I was a PI, I was a bouncer, I was so many other things. You've had 3, awesome. 3 different jobs. Over 20, wow, that's awesome. That is a true shift in your identity for each one that you have to step into. So the reason why we take on so many jobs and the reasons why, yeah, the reasons why we take on different jobs and we'll step into, careers, 4 careers, yep, verge of number 5, awesome. Here's the thing, when we step into the new career, that's a shift in your identity of who you want to be. You're no longer willing to settle for the money, the people, or the time it takes to do that old job. So you're shifting into a new identity of yourself to do something different. Even if you change one aspect about yourself, you are still shifting your identity. The concept of yourself is changing. In your self-concept, we can look at that in multiple different ways. So beauty, talent, we can look at it as how our body looks. We can look at it as how smart we are. So many things are going to come forward as you start to take this journey, okay? Now, I'm going to walk you guys through a little bit of exercises here, and feel free to do them. Feel free to take them with you, and this is just to help you on this pathway. How many of you guys know what ego is? Give me a yes in the comments, or if you truly understand what the ego is. We had this discussion last night on TikTok, so I'm going to share just a little piece of it here because it is very valuable and people will find it valuable as you step onto this journey, okay? So the ego is, people will say it's like a representation of yourself, it's the negative of yourself, it's the one that protects you, it gives you all the wordage, but it also sabotages you. You're not good enough, I'm not, the voice that's in your head that chirps away when you're like, be quiet, I don't want to hear from you right now. And it just keeps going because you fed it for so long that it doesn't know how to be quiet. And the ego is basically you. And the way that I teach this in one of my classes is the ego just needs to be calmed, comforted, and consoled because you've created that out of your younger self that's coming up and bringing all this stuff to the head. As it comes up, fight, flight, freeze, right? We'll go into one of those when something bad disrupts our day, when something comes in like a tornado, we'll do one of those 3. And as we're doing one of those 3, we don't know how to process any of that. And as we walk through the journey, we're told this, that, and the other thing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You should do this and you should do that. The biggest thing on this journey is when we're listening to the sources outside of ourselves, we're going to get a billion different reasons and a billion different ways. The easiest thing is to go within to get that information. So we're going to walk through a little bit of exercise right now. And feel free to follow along because it's a great exercise. I just want you to close your eyes for a second. And I just want you to ask your ego to step forward. Whatever you want. If it's male, female, it doesn't matter. If it's a kid, if it's adult, it's totally up to you. I've got some people who have like punk rockers that show up. And it's fantastic because that's your inner playfulness. So just allow that to come up. And I just want you to observe. What do they look like to you? It could be a stuffed animal. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever you want it to be. And in this moment that it's showing up, what does it need from you? What does this version of yourself need from you? What's not going 100% right now that just needs you? And I want you just to ask, what do you need from me? Why are you upset? Why are you sabotaging my day? Right? A lot of us want to blame outside of ourselves. We want to find the connection somewhere external to ourselves when it's all within. This is a great way just to understand what's going on with inside of you. So again, just ask, what is it I need to know from you? And as soon as you get that answer, inner peace, I love that. Yeah. So what would that look like if you were to ask your ego, this other part of yourself, it's not external, it's not separate from you. At what age did this happen where I didn't have that? Maybe it's 1, maybe it's 2, maybe it's you felt it all along your entire life. So for Amanda, she would just say, so inner peace. So when was the first time I experienced I didn't have this inner peace within myself? What age was I? And all I want you to do is just address that with yourself. I'm really sorry that I wasn't there for you. I'm really sorry that I didn't show up for you. I'm really sorry that I dismissed you and everything that you were trying to tell me. I was trying to figure it out external to myself. And now I'm going within and I'm seeing within myself. And can you just love yourself for showing up in this moment for that other part of yourself? Yeah, fall in love with the ego right now and just say, I just love you unconditionally. And just feel your body relax as you go through that exercise. Because what's going to happen is anywhere that you get a charge, let's just say there's a situation that happens and all of a sudden you do this exercise, it takes seconds, and all of a sudden that charge is going to leave where before you were in fight, flight, or freeze. Now all of a sudden you're like, okay, I got this. Thank you so much for showing me that. Because going within helps us to understand. It is all about within. The external world is just showing you what's incorrect within. It's the imbalance within that expresses on the outside. And then when you shift that imbalance from imbalance to balance, everything starts to change in your external world. Whether it's confidence, whether it's love, it doesn't matter what it is. You can label it whatever you want to. The biggest thing about this exercise is getting the ego to walk beside you in calmness, so you're not going into those three things: fight, flight, or freeze. We don't want to go into those. It's okay if it happens because now you have a tool to help you, but we don't need to go through those things. We just think we do, right? Because we are not taught as young children how to deal with our emotions and how to deal with these connections that come on. So now you have that tool to help you. How do you feel with that? Good to see you guys. Great to see you. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. So here's the next thing I want to share with you. What's one thing, and we'll make this kind of like a body kind of thing, because we're going to address a little bit of this stuff in the class as well, and I'll explain that after. What's one thing you would want to shift or change on your body to fall in love with it? Whether it's your hair, whether it's your skin, it doesn't matter. You don't have to post in the comments. I'm just asking questions. You guys can just answer them for yourselves. So if there's one thing that you would shift or change about your physical body, doesn't matter what it is, I'm going to walk you through a little bit of this exercise just so you can see it for yourself. This is fantastic. I have helped people shift weight very, very quickly within like 2 hours. And they're having to buy new pants or new clothes because they've shifted so much energy out with this. So I want you to choose what it is you want to change about your body. And if it's nothing, congratulations. That's freaking fantastic. Proud of you. But if there is something, perfect as well. So again, I want you just to close your eyes for a second, and I'm just going to walk you through this little bit of a technique that you can just use and start moving with. So I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to see a mirror in front of you, like you're looking back at yourself through this mirror, and decorate that mirror up however you want to, because that's a fantastic idea. If you need smiley faces to go all the way around it, perfect. In this exercise though, we're not going to lie to ourselves. We are going to be authentic. We're going to be authentic in what we're asking for because it's your body, right? So just see yourself in that mirror. And what I want you to do, see yourself today. If you need to open your eyes and see what you're wearing, go for it. Okay? Now close your eyes, and I want you to see yourself in the mirror. And I want you to start to change that one thing. Don't change everything, just one thing at a time. I want you just to see what it is you want to change. And I want that one self in the mirror to change to what it is you want. So this is going to remain the same. The mirrored image is going to change to what you want it to be. And I want you to see yourself in that mirror as the version of yourself you actually want to be. And once you have that image in your mind, I just want you to step a little bit closer to the mirror, enough so that you can touch the palm of your hand on that mirror to yourself. Okay? So you're going to place your hand on that mirror, and what's going to happen is you're going to be pulled through the mirror. This version of yourself that's outside of the mirror right now, you're going to put your hand on the mirror and you're going to be pulled into the mirror, into that new version of yourself. And I want you to see it as though you're going to turn to liquid and you're going to merge yourself through the hand into that version of yourself you want to be. And as you're doing this exercise, I want you just to take a couple of deep breaths. Allow yourself to breathe. And as you step into this new version of yourself, What's changed mentally and physically about you in this moment? Before you open your eyes, stay with your eyes closed. What has physically changed within you as you step into this new version of yourself? We can step all we want into the new version of ourselves, but something has to change within us in order for that to happen, or else we're not changing anything. We have to start to shift everything about it with us. So once you feel like you have that solidly for yourself, that you are this new version of yourself, the body looks amazing, the skin is beautiful and shining and glowing, I want you to open your eyes and I want you to share how you feel. Lighter and happier. I didn't even have, Cheryl's already on the ball. How do you feel now? How do you feel? What is the body and your mindset telling you about this shift? Confident. Love that. Yes, absolutely. It's making a choice as to what we want to shift and change into. So feel free to share. I want to hear all of your feedback. What is it you... Peachy. That's awesome. Good to see you guys. Yeah, we're just doing a couple exercises here. Damn fine. Love that. Great. Love and confidence. So do you see how fast we're boosting confidence here just with that one technique, right? Being able to step in and be able to see it for yourself. Yep. And feel it for yourself. So now we're changing more than just the structure of what we look like. We're changing the physical and the mental. So now that you've gone through that experience, give me something that you're grateful for now that you are this new version of yourself. What are you grateful for now? Confident and giddy. I love that. Unconditional love for self. Love that. Beautiful. Confident and happy. Love that. So maybe that's an expression that you've never really had before, and now it's starting to anchor in. Feeling confident that I will be able to change everything in my life. Self-love. Yes. Yes. Your health. Love that. Everything. Even better. Yeah. So do you see how easy that was? Was that easy enough for you guys to literally like, oh, I can just step into that and then I can become that. And now all of a sudden I can live from that moment that I feel that. Having more energy. Love that. Yeah. So as you shift, everything's going to start to shift with you. Healthy and confident ahead. Love that. Love that. Thank you so much for sharing, guys. It's beautiful. Yep. I'm just listening and soon off to sleep. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So let me ask you this, because we've got stuff on Facebook and we've got stuff on YouTube. I want you to tell me in the comments how many years you've been on your spiritual journey of awakening, however you want to label it for yourself. How many years have you been on this mission? Constant change of evolution. Love that. Yeah. Go girl power. Grateful for you, Sherry. Self-appreciation and gratitude. Yes, so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, Polly. That's beautiful. 2 years Teresa's been on her journey. How long have you been on your journey? Tell me in the comments. How many years have you been on this spiritual awakening journey or the spiritual journey to find yourself? 8 years. Whoa. That's a lot. 5 years. Awesome. 25 years. Holy cow. Probably as long as you, so quite a while. Honestly, for me, it's been like 7 years. Yeah. Started at 16, but most in depth between 2019. Love that. All your life. Love that. 5 years focused on. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like you have reached the point where you can stop chasing after the journey? Do you feel like you can stop chasing the journey? And what do I mean by that? And I'm going to share it from my own perspective, so feel free to chat in the comments about whatever you want to share. I'm going to share just my own journey because that's what I can base things off of for myself. When I first started my journey was 7 years ago. I spent a year in meditation, working my way from 5 minutes to 8 hours to be able to just sit still. I did that for myself. When I emerged from that, I started the healing journey of going to classes and doing Akashic and building into what I have now, which is quantum energy healing, Akashic records, and now Master of Creation, Mastering Consciousness. This journey leads us to, and again, if this is you and you've gone down this pathway, who does crystals? Crystals, yeah, we'll have lots of crystals. We'll have Lots and lots and lots of crystals, right? I need to go get this. I need to go buy this. I need to have the grounding crystals. I need to have this. I need to have this. And how many of you do the tarot? Oh, I had to go buy the tarot cards and I have 20 million decks and all of these things. And then I got to buy the books, right? The healing books and all these things over here. And then I got to go take the courses and I got to go do the classes and I got to become the best healer ever and I got to come do this and da 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 da. How many of you is that you? Lots of you. I see it ticking off in the comments. Yeah. You led yourself to all of those things. You led yourself to the crystals, you led yourself to the books, you led yourself to the healing, you led yourself everywhere that you've gone. You've led yourself to all of it. And all of it is to awaken you, to help you on this journey, to show you the right path to where you need to go. Right? Part of this journey is understanding what you need and what you don't need. So on this journey, and again, I can just reference mine. As I went through my journey up until last year, so 2024, a lot of stuff I started to question. A lot. The crystals, the cards. I started to question a lot of things. And most of it was external to myself. So anything that was tangible, right? This is the tangibility. I can touch it, I can share it. That was part of my journey. What transpired is that I would be led to watch things on YouTube or watch things in different places, and all of a sudden people were like, but I turned away from this now and I don't need this anymore. And people were they were calling it the woo-woo spirituality or the new age spirituality into the Christianity. And I sat there and went, hold on a second. Why are people changing? Why are they stepping out of all this stuff? What's going on? What am I missing? That's part of you walking through the veil. It's part of the evolution of your soul is to make it to the other side of the veil, not death, the other side of the veil. And a lot of people don't understand what that is. So I'm going to share my perspective of what it is. When we walk through this journey, everything will be presented at just the right time. And if this is you, put a yes in the comment. The plant medicine shows up just when you need it because you want to go deeper and you want to understand more. The energy healing shows up. Yes, I want to take that pathway and I want to help other people. I want to do this for myself and I want to be able to share this with my family and I want to be able to do the cards to help other people get guidance and wisdom. The biggest thing is that's the veil. So everyone talks about this veil that's thinning and the veil that's this. That's right. It is thin because you're walking through it. And when you first started, it was very, very thick. And as you walk through the veil of illusions and lies and deception, it starts to thin because you start to awaken your consciousness. Your conscious awakening, your awareness of who you are, your awareness of your own journey. And as you awaken, you walk to the other side of that. What's on the other side? Ta-da! Love. You as the creator of everything and pure surrender. In my world, that's Christ consciousness. It's you connecting right to God, and that's it. So as you walk through this journey, how many people are starting to awaken into, I'm going to use United for Humanity just for a moment here. United for Humanity is something that I started last year. And it was a call that we would do every Sunday to help shift the consciousness of the planet, right? So we would go in and do like free food at the grocery store, and we would do like no taxes, and we would do things over here. We'd be like, okay, no more storms. And we literally in real time, we would stop the storm, and people would be in Miami and people would be in Florida going, the trees were sideways and now they're straight in real time. And then people in Florida would be like, oh, well, we were supposed to get a hurricane and then there was nothing. And we were like, in real time. And then we're like, holy crap. And then we would sit there and go UK and Ireland and have sunshine. And people would message and go, we have sunshine. That's your collective consciousness from you. So in this moment right now, let's do a little bit of a game. I don't want anyone to go check their weather app. Don't check any of it. If you know what the weather is tomorrow where you are, you're going to change that. This is what I want you to do. And this is, again, understanding who you are. You hold all the power. You hold every single key and thing that you ever have wanted or desired. You hold it all. It's all within you. So here's what I'm going to do. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to experience a massive weather change right now. What kind of weather do you want tomorrow? Whatever it is, I want you just to feel it within your face, your skin. Feel it on your skin. So if it's warm, feel the heat. Just feel it. Whatever it is you want. If you need rain where you are, ask for the rain. Feel the rain. And I want you to get excited. And as you're in there with that manifestation, all of a sudden feel it. And then I want you to give gratitude for, oh, thank you so much for the sunshine. Thank you so much for that rain. Thank you so much for this. You do it for yourself right now, because I'm going to share my experience with this just today. Okay? We were -8 this morning up until about, I want to say about 3 o'clock. We were about -8. Maybe it went up to about -5. And I'm like, I don't prefer that. That's not what I choose. And I'm like, how about -1? I literally got in the car 15 minutes later, and it was -1. And then I said to myself, but hold on a second, I'm really excited for this -1. How about +1? Within 10 seconds, it turned to +1. +1. Within 10 seconds. And I'm like, this is really cool. So we can use that to our advantage and understand that everything that we desire is within us, and we can give gratitude to it, and it will come even more. Okay? You used to call lightning to you until you took yourself out. Yeah, I don't recommend that. You can, though. It does help your plants grow a little bit more as well. So I want to share a little bit about what it is that I want to bring forward to you. And you'll know if you're ready, because there won't be any hesitation on your part. And if there is, you can message me. So I have a class that I teach, and it was called Letting Go of the Bullshit. And I had lots of people come through that class, but I have decided to expand it quite a bit, just to give you the step-by-step and the little bit of here and there's that everybody needs. Sometimes they need just a little bit extra. So I've created that little bit extra. So it's a minimum of 3 months, which is going to go probably 5 or 6 months. And here's what is in them. You're going to understand every single thing about you. And I'm not lying. And the reason why I know this is because I've done this. I did it in September. You're going to know everything about yourself inside and out. You're going to understand why you chose the people you chose in your life. You're going to understand exactly why you chose the journey into the crystals, into the the spirit guides. You're going to know exactly why you chose it. You're going to understand why you chose your children, why you chose your partners. You're going to see why you chose every relationship that worked and didn't work. The other thing that you're going to learn is you're going to learn a lot about yourself, your emotions, why you have them, why you produce them, why you keep repeating them. I'm going to show you why in your life you're still repeating the same patterns that you've been repeating your whole life. I'm also going to help you to understand your identity through the entire journey of the veil and before and where you're going to go. And a lot of people will share bits and pieces. I'm going to give it all to you, literally front to back. That's what I was guided to share with you from God. He said, you're going to teach the entire thing. I'm like, let's go. I'm also going to show you why you hold on to such deep-rooted emotions to your parents and why you cannot let them go. And this is going to shock you. And I'm going to share my own experience with this as well. So in September, I went to a conference in Toronto, the TCCHE conference. I met, Michael Beckwith, Bruce Lipton, and Greg Braden. I met all of them. And as I came home and I finished up my journey with that, what I noticed was one thing in my entire life, which was my parents getting divorced when I was 2 years old, set the stage for so many things in my life that I thought were not working out for me because I was still holding on to it. And I will have you know, the entire page was full of stuff in my life that I deemed not working from one word. And I'm going to show you how to obliterate all of the past. The past is not what you need to hold on to. And I'm going to show you how to become a conscious creator of everything that you desire. And literally, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. And here's how I know that, because I'm doing it right now. I'm literally just sitting in my conscious creation day in and day out, and everything is literally flowing to me. Literally flowing to me. Because I no longer have to sit in my stories. I no longer have to sit and chase. I no longer have to do manifestation stuff and write down this every day and go through this. How many people write down their manifestations every single day? I used to. I had books and books filled. I don't do that anymore. I don't do any of that anymore. My life is simple. It's complete, it's whole, and it's one. It's done. And I'm going to help you to understand why things haven't worked out in the past, and I'm going to step you into it right now. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm going to give you a piece by piece so that you understand every component of it. I'm going to even show you why you're choosing what you're choosing, whether it's your guides, whether it's your job, whether it's your family. I'm going to show you why you're choosing it. And then we're going to start to create something a little bit different, where everything is working out in your favor, that every person is aligned to you for the right reasons, and your life will be absolutely amazing. And the only way to make that work is for you to step in. And if you're doing that right now, congratulations, you're on your way. There's people who need that structure, and I want to give you that structure. Again, I've already done this with other people. We're just expanding it to make it bigger. And I'm going to show you how to manifest anything that you want. Relationships, money, jobs, wealth, security, whatever it is. I'm going to show you the easy way to get everything that you want. Everything. And you are going to become magnetized to designing your life that you choose. So you're going to design your entire life. I have techniques that you can use out the wazoo on how to shift and change yourself. But you have to remember that you're not broken. There is no dis-ease. And you have everything that you want now. And that's where it starts. Are you ready to consciously change your mind or your life? Are you ready to change your mind? Your mind's going to change. You're going to understand why everything is reflecting back to you. I'm also going to help you dissect movies, because this was a big one for me. I'm sure you guys have, how many of you guys have watched the Matrix movie? How many of you watched the Matrix movie? Just put a 1 in the comment or a yes in the comments. The Matrix movie actually shows you quite a bit about your journey, your birth. You can play in the game, in the simulation, and then you can play in the Matrix. And as you play in the Matrix, you start to understand it's all reflecting back to you. So this time, this moment is up to you to consciously create your life. Who's ready to change their entire life? Put a 2 in the comments if you're tired of your old story. The stories you create, the stories of, this isn't working, or my partner does this all the time. It's going to change anything. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm excited. I have people who were in my first program, Letting Go of the Bullshit. I have them coming back in to do this. New beginnings. 2. Yes. Yeah. What would it take for you to dive in? To redesign your life? What would you want to redesign? Tell me in the comments. What would you like to redesign of your life right now? Because it's going to be big. What would you want to redesign? Yourself, your life, your partner, your home? What would you like to redesign? Because there isn't anything that's not going to be overturned. And I don't know if Cindy's on, I don't know if Cindy was in Facebook there, but I have a student, her name is Cindy, she's awesome. But she spins, and then when she stops spinning, it all lines up and falls into place. And I just sit there and watch her and go, uh-huh. The kitchen, relationships, I love that. Your health, relationships, work, yeah. Nope. If relationships don't work, it does nothing to do with the other person. Yeah. Debt-free and help others financially. Yeah. There is really no such thing as debt. Really, there isn't. There is no such thing as lack. Get off dialysis. Sweet. Yes. Your unhealthy eating habits. It's bothering me most of this moment. That's because you're pregnant as well. Yeah. So everything is reflecting back to you. But the amount of things that I've learned since September have just been absolutely phenomenal. So I'm ready to help you change your life if you're ready to step in. So I want to share just a little bit of the details. So, and here's one thing I will share is I have a friend that's actually going through this right now, and she's been doing it with me for about 4 weeks. Her life has completely changed. Things that she never thought are showing up. She's outselling herself on her jewelry. Things are always working out for her and her family. She's teaching it to her daughter, and they're manifesting stuff to just show up, and it's showing up. This is how amazing it is. And it's just taking that step in to trust that this is where you need to be. And only you can decide that for yourself. This isn't for you to like, oh, I have to do that. It's going to be your choice completely. So I want to share just with you. So it was $3,555, and I knocked $333 right off the top. So it's $3,222. There is a wait list because it launches in February. In February, you will get a daily call with me, either a Sunday morning call. It starts on the 16th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Or if nighttime works better for you, you can take the 18th at 6 p.m. Eastern. The calls are about an hour to an hour and a half, and we will walk through everything step by step. Nothing will not be taught. You will learn everything about yourself and everything in the course curriculum. The other thing is you get the library. There's a library of calls that you will receive. You'll get access right as soon as you join the course. Once it's paid, you get access to the library. As we do the calls, it will be posted in there. Whichever class you decide to attend, you will get both calls. Both calls will be in the library from both classes, because sometimes that message changes a little bit per class and you just get even more information. So you choose a day and you get both calls with that, and it's all in a library that you get access to. So if you can't make the calls, it's right there. And the nice thing about this is we're going to create a really cool community. So that community involves everybody coming into my Kajabi community, and then you guys can meet each other in the groups and have discussions. There's lots of discussions that are going to happen during the week, whether we're in the class calls or not. It's all going to be accessible to you. You can ask questions as well. It's so interactive that when it's over, if we teach for an hour, you got 30 minutes and we can interact and share and then go over techniques as we get going through the class, and then you'll have extra time to be able to practice and utilize these tools for yourself. This is a class about self. This is not a class about, oh, I need to go work with a partner. It's all about you, because there really isn't anybody else, right? It's you because everyone else is taken. And so this structure allows you to come in and change your entire life. Now, there is a payment plan as well. Everything is in my link tree. So, or it's on my website under coaching programs. On Facebook, it's in the chat. In YouTube, it will be in the description below the video. So you'll have access to the landing page and you can sign up right there. As soon as you sign up, I will send you all the information you need for the class that you choose, and we'll get you started. Who's it? Who wants to change their life? I don't know. Nobody does. No. Are you guys ready? I don't know. Are you guys ready? You guys want to change your life? This baby loves carbs. Love that. And that's okay. I have a little kitten in my lap and she loves raisin toast. If you try to take it out, she'll be back. Yeah. Sherry is thorough and patient and the best teacher. Well, thank you so much, Miss Carrie Ann. I appreciate you. Yeah, I do. I love teaching. I love just seeing everybody's success, like, and propel themselves forward. It's so not okay. Yeah, Kylie. Yeah. So who's in? Who's ready to take this journey and change your entire life? Super simple. Super, super simple. You won't regret it. That I know for sure. Because I have people who've gone through this already. We're just making it bigger. And a little bit different of an understanding towards the end, and you'll be like shocked. You'll be like, holy crap. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to ask? And I can answer them right here if you choose. I'm so grateful for you too. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If I trust anyone with my future self, it's you. No, that's for sure. Thank you. Thank you. That's okay. You can make your baby's middle name my name. I'll be okay then. I'm just kidding. It's learning to trust yourself on this journey. Trusting yourself. if Sherry says you can take it to the bank, there you go. Yeah, I have lots of people who've done this already. They've changed their entire life. I've got one gentleman who actually came into the class and his life has completely changed. Like he just lives in the moment and everything lines up. He's got money, he won a court case, he got all his medical bills paid off, like just phenomenal outcomes of everything. So once you learn and understand it for yourself, like the manifestations are like this fast. I actually had an experience for myself show up, and it was like when I got to the facility where I needed to just pay a bill, he literally parroted back to me everything that I said. And I just sat there and like literally I wanted to just hang my jaw on the floor, and I was like, oh my word. Yeah. We were thinking of Patience for her name, middle name still. Yeah, I love that, Patience. Grant Day. Hello, welcome. Glad to see you. We're just having a discussion about Ascending Consciousness class. The other thing I want to say is after Ascending Consciousness is Master of Creation, Mastering Consciousness, where you get to become a coach and learn how to do a different type of session for other people. So if you are looking to become a coach, this is really the first place to start so that you can kind of clear your junk. And then it gives you more tools to work with clients. I'm going to personally certify you as a coach with my company, and then you can go from there. I already have coaches that are already set up in it, and they're, on doing their own thing right now, but they're going to come in and help with Master of Creation. So all of this is at your disposal to come in and start this journey for yourself. Absolutely you are. Yes. How often is the class? It's once a week. You choose either the Sunday morning call or the Tuesday evening call, and then Master of Creation will be launched probably towards July or August. Yeah, once I get back. Yeah, it's only once a week. Bite-sized pieces, and then you can do the replays, and then sometimes there'll be homework for you to just kind of sit and observe and understand it for yourself. Yeah, but you can go from the biggest wobble to stillness, and I think that's the biggest part of this journey that I have learned for myself is coming into stillness. And I can literally say for myself through the entire journey that I have been on, if I knew now what I didn't know 7 years ago, I would have shifted how I went through my conscious journey of awakening. I literally would have just stepped to where I am right now and just taken all the wisdom with me. So now that I know that, that's where I'm at, is really starting to step in with this. Is it on here? What do you mean by that? Like, is it on YouTube? It's actually in Zoom calls. Everything is going to be recorded in Zoom calls so that we get to interact. And if you can't make that, you'll see it in the library. Yeah. So it is very interactive. I love being on calls with my students. It's just so much fun just to be able to see them and work with them and help with techniques. You have some desire for your classes. Yeah, jump in. They're amazing. I teach so many different things. So yeah, it's beautiful. And you can join the community as well. Where do you sign up? Yep, as soon as we get off the call, I will post all the information on YouTube in the description below the video. If people can't make the calls, will there be other? Right now, it's once this year, and then it will launch again next year. So it'll only be once, because Master of Creation is going to follow it. If I can work it so that I'm doing both classes this year with Master of Creation and a relaunch of this, I will. But as of right now, I'm just going to do the one and launch and then come into the next one, because I really do want to bring people into coach. I want to show them how easy it is to work with other people and literally change their life. Like I do Master Creation, Mastering Consciousness with people in their minds, and they shift like instantly. And Master Creation, Mastering Consciousness, I had one girl, she wanted to write music, and she kept comparing herself to one of the big fans bases on TikTok. The guy like sings in subway stations and stuff, and she's like, I'm comparing myself to everybody. Within an hour, she got off the call with me from a Master of Creation session and wrote a song, and now she's in a band. So that's how quickly this stuff can change your life. And that's Mastering Consciousness, Master of Creation. So we're working to build coaches out of that program, and I'm going to hire some of the coaches after, the ones who want to kind of work with a bigger group. I am in Ontario, Canada. Master Creation sessions helped me. Yeah. Huge shifts with all of it. So if you're ready, I want to have you in the class. I'd love to teach you. I'd love to teach you and show you just how amazing and beautiful you truly are. and that there is nothing outside of you. I'm going to let you guys go for tonight. If there's no more questions, I just let this video render on YouTube, and I'll post all the information below the video so you guys can have it. I was told I don't know how to go within deep. So let's get you going in within deep. What do you think about Novak? That's fantastic. As a person, it doesn't matter. He does his thing, I do mine. Everyone is their own conscious awareness. I wish him all the best on his success of whatever he's doing. Is that the gentleman who's got a podcast? You signed up twice, still no email. I'll make sure that gets out again. Yeah? Yeah, it's all basically in the same thing. Yeah, I'll check back for the... Yes, please do. You are great and good, as are you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It's been a wonderful evening with all of you guys. I know I'm still nervous to go live. That's okay. Are you doing any mess? Not tonight, no. Nope, it was just a launch tonight, Alexa. But I will be live next time. Yep. Yep. Awesome. May you all have the most magical, wonderful evening. Feel free to reach out to me on my website as well if you want more information, if you're not getting it. And many blessings to all of you guys. Sending you so much love. Tennis player. Cool, I work with athletes and doctors. That's amazing. Yeah. Very much, thank you. Have an amazing evening, guys, and I will chat with you very, very soon. Sending you so much love. Awesome. That's beautiful. Have an amazing evening, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful day ahead. All right. Talk to you soon there, TikTok or YouTube.